Hello everyone, today we have a SakuAtsu video which I'll go ahead and say is my favorite ship. I've never read or watched any personality swap content before, so I apologize if it's different than what you're used to. There also might be a couple inconsistencies, since I tried a different method when making this video. It shouldn't be too bad though. I also want to point out how I deal with Sakusa's quote-unquote germophobia here. Both Sakusa and Atsumu will represent different parts of it, since I broke his germophobia down to his need to just be organized, which is his personality part, the part Atsumu will show, and also the natural aspect of it, which is what Sakusa will be projecting. So basically both Sakusa and Atsumu will be concerned with germs in one way or another. Lastly, there will be concept art at the end like always, so stay tuned for that and enjoy!
Atsumu. Atsumu's door was swung open violently. Osamu jumped through the opening, ready to fall onto his brother's bed and wake him up. When he realized there was no body beneath him, he sat up, only to be draped over an empty, made bed. He observed the room around him. It was his brother's, but it was different. It was organized, cleaner. He moved from the bed and glanced around before walking out in confusion. His brother was usually still sleeping at this time. What motivated him to be so productive this morning? Osamu walked down the stairs, and found himself in front of an Atsumu wiping down the island in their kitchen. He looked up at Osamu, and, without saying a word to him, continued cleaning. What are you doing? Atsumu pulled another wipe out of the container in his arm and turned to the stove. Cleaning? Why, though? What's wrong with ya? Atsuma's face scrunched up. He narrowed his eyes and looked back to Osamu, a deadly glare spread on his face. What's that supposed to mean? Osamu hopped down the final stair and rested his hands on the island. Atsuma's eyebrows twitched at the sight. I mean, you never clean. You never care about the state of your room, much less the rest of the house. Is it so surprising I found that the neglect was worrying? That maybe I decided this house needed someone who would do something about the mess. Osamu stretched his arm out and grabbed an apple from the basket in the center of the island. He took a bite of it and turned towards the living room. Whatever. You're clearly not in the mood for talking. I'm walking to school with Rin. Don't be late to practice. He grabbed his bags from beside the door, slipped on his shoes, and stepped outside. He never left this early. He usually gave himself around 10 minutes to sit and relax after his routine, but he didn't feel like spending those minutes with a grumpy Atsumu. He approached the bridge and leaned on the railing for a bit, waiting. He was scrolling through social media when he heard footsteps nearing him. Hi. Osamu leaned up, sliding his phone in his pocket. Hey. Suna reached Osamu's side, and they both began walking together. You were early. Usually I'm first. I left sooner than normal. Tsumu was acting like a prick. As usual. What happened this time? I don't know. I go to wake him up, and his bed's all made and he's already awake. Then I go downstairs and he's cleaning the counters. When I asked him what was wrong, he got all defensive. Suna's eyes widened slightly. That's odd. I know. I don't know what's gotten into him. Who knows? Probably got rejected last night or something. So he's mopping about it today. Probably. They reached the school, and made their way towards the gym, ready to start a new school day. Sakusa swung his duffel bag over his shoulder and wrapped the mask's elastic loops around his ears. He pulled it down, so it was just resting around his chin, but he had the ability to pull it up if need be. See you guys later. He waved to his team and walked through the gym doors, out onto campus and towards the main building. He was scrolling on his phone when a body ran up next to him. Hey. Sakusa looked to Komori and lowered his phone slightly. Hey, what's up? Dart, what's up? Sakusa looked confused. Yeah, what's up? That's what I said, right? Yeah, it's just. Komori clung onto his backpack's straps. I'm good, but are you okay? What's wrong? Nothing. I've actually been feeling good today. Komori was having trouble getting formulated sentences out. Sakusa seemed to have zero awareness of his situation and he had no idea what to do about it. Okay, well, you're scaring everyone. All of practice you were yelling and jumping and air high-fiving people. You're gonna make us worried. Sakusa's expression seemed to drop slightly. What? Do you guys not like it when I yell? Well, no. I mean, it's just, you never do that. And it's surprising. What's different with you today? Sakusa looked at the ground. When they began to enter the school, he pulled his mask up. I didn't think anything was different until now. I was just feeling good today. I've had a good morning. I've seen you on good mornings, Sakusa, but that's never stopped you from acting like you'd rather be dead than alive. As they walked through the halls, Sakusa gave friendly waves and winks to anyone he caught looking their way. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Komori. I'm just in a good mood. Sakusa's tone was almost teasing. They got to the point where they would have to part ways in order to get to their classes. Okay. I'll see you later, don't miss me too much. Sakusa turned and skipped up the stairs. Komori, and even some onlookers, stood in shock. As the day went on, both respective family members grew more confused. Sakusa was speaking out, being friendly, and even hanging around other people that weren't Komori. On the other hand, Atsumu was being distant, slightly snappy, and even refused to sit with some of the other kids at lunch. He opted to eat on the roof by himself, where Suna found him after minutes of searching. Osamu couldn't take it anymore. Okay, talk to me. I thought you were just tired from waking up early, but you haven't stopped. What's wrong with you? Atsumu glanced to his brother, and then turned back towards the wall, pulling his shirt down over his chest and moving to step outside the locker room. Nothing's wrong with me. I just don't feel like putting up with you right now. You haven't felt like putting up with anyone all day. He sprinted to the door, gripping the handle in order to block Atsumu. Dude, just tell me what's wrong. You're not acting like yourself and you're making everyone around you depressed. Atsumu seemed to take offense to that. He grabbed Osamu's wrist and yanked it off the door handle. He stepped outside the room, wiping his hand along his shorts. Do you really think telling me I'm making everyone depressed is going to make me want to open up to you? Besides, there's nothing to open up about. Just want to get this over with and go home. He started walking away, a sigh escaping his mouth. Come on. TSK. Osamu slid his arms through his sleeves and stepped out the door as well, closing it behind him and following Atsumu. Atsumu was as great of a setter as always, but his demeanor was flattening. Everyone found their moods falling, being around someone suddenly so distant. When they took a 5-minute break, Kita walked up to Atsumu, whom was sipping water in the corner. Straighten up. Atsumu looked up, and released his lips from the bottle with a quiet pop. Excuse me? You're not being yourself. Kita elaborated. I understand you're having an off day, and it's okay if you don't want to talk about it. But stop ruining it for everyone else. Use this break to sort things out and get your act together. He promptly turned on his heel and walked away, seemingly to go continue a conversation with Aaron. This frustrated Atsumu. He wasn't having an off day and he wasn't acting weird. Everything he had said and done today had been completely normal, and the fact that everyone he came in contact with hated that was upsetting. He almost let himself start to dwell on it, start to file through his memories to discern if maybe he was acting differently, but a whistle was blown and they were called back into practice. Volleyball Fanatics GC. Hello. Hello Hinata. Hey. Good afternoon. Hi. Hello Love's Red Heart. I hate it when you use that emoji. What? This one red heart? Smiling face licking lips. Yes. Maybe if you educated yourself on the art of emoticons you'd come to appreciate its history and meaning. Thinking face. History?
The heart shape, red heart card suit. 3, is an ideograph used to express the idea of the heart in its metaphorical or symbolic sense as the center of emotion, including affection and love, especially romantic love. The wounded heart indicating lovesickness came to be depicted as a heart symbol pierced with an arrow, Cupid's, or heart symbol broken in 2 or more pieces.
Oh my god, shut up. I regret asking. I think if you send another message I'll cry. Wounded heart face with big pleading eyes. 3. No face with big pleading eyes. Face with big pleading eyes. So sad. 3. It is 3 symbols. I've never thought that heart was sad. The slashed heart 1 face with big pleading eyes. Face with big pleading eyes. Yeah, it looks like a smiley face to me. Colon. No no no, like closed eyes and a cat mouth. Like you. Yes. I don't see closed eyes or a mouth. Wakatoshi, we talked about this crying face. They don't look like real life faces, they're like cartoon faces. How did you do that face? Smiley face. Question mark, I want to do that. Resistant face. Closed eyes. Blank face. Happy face. Happy face. Happy face. This is harassment. Exasperated face. Not a Shijima too. Someone teach me how to do this. I would, but apparently that would bring Suna to tears. It would. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. This Grupchat is a nightmare. Agreed. This Grupchat is a dream. Atsu Kishima, come with me to get ice cream. You're in Tokyo. Standing person with light skin tone. I also have plans with Yamaguchi. Yuri, an unreasonable amount of time away. I have plans with my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. At Kenma, come with me. Busy. At Shin Destroyer, come with me. Don't want to. I'll come with you. Okay, when? I'm free in like a couple of minutes, I'll come. Question mark. Or face with big pleading eyes. Yaku saw Lev was going and wanted to come. Face with big pleading eyes. Face with big pleading eyes. Loudly crying face. Get it Yaku, get it sneezing face. The only thing anyone on my team will be getting is a restraining order if I leave them both alone. Dart. 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 KGFHBFD. Crying face. Crying face. Loudly crying face. Lord have mercy. No mercy, only chaos ogre. Crying face. Wait, no. Ice cream sounds good. Everything sounds good to you. God forbid I be hungry every once in a while. Neutral face. You're constantly thinking about food. Atsumu. Atsumu. Are you still up for Saturday? Saturday. We're gonna go to the museum. Remember, face with big pleading eyes. Face with big pleading eyes. Hands with medium light skin tone pressed together. I do not trust those three to be left to their own devices in a museum. Anywhere else. Just not a museum, please. On a Saturday. Yes. Atsumu, we talked about this. Did you change your mind? Crying face. Okay. It's a lot of people. That's okay. We'll stick together. Okay. Atsumu, are you feeling okay? What? He's been acting like this all day. Just leave him alone. Do you need to talk about it? Frowning face. Did something happen, babes? No. I'm being normal. I don't understand what everyone's problem is. You're acting sad but relieved face with sweat. Did Osamu beat you in another fight? We didn't get in a fight. We're always here if you need us. Stop. I'm seriously fine and I don't understand the issue. I feel normal. Everything has been the same. I haven't been in any fights or anything. I don't know why everyone has acted so put off today. Atsumu is offline. Dart. 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 Comma. We should leave him alone for now. This is upsetting. Are you sure nothing happened, Osamu? Yeah, I woke up, went downstairs, and he was cleaning the house all upset. He's been snappy since before I woke up. Weird. I just assumed he got rejected last night or something. Well, I could understand that if he was upset only in the morning. He usually doesn't hold on to those kinds of things for so long though. Ugh. Not our team only, now getting done with practice. Disappointed face. Smiling face with sunglasses. Komori. Hey. Welcome. Did you have to stay late? Yeah, our team was kinda thrown off today. It's okay though. What happened? If I knew I'd tell you. Hey. Dart. 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 Grinning face. Question mark. Hello Sakusa 1!1. What's up? Who took Sakusa's phone? Sakusa? Yeah. You're talking to me. Yeah. You said my name. You're not being mean. Dart. What? Why would I be mean? I know I can be rude sometimes, but I didn't know it was expected of me. My brain is being fried. At Komori. Question mark. Backward. No, nothing bad happened, just surprising kissing face with closed eyes. How were your wrists today? Did they bend? Did they go all crack? Of course they were bendy. My spikes were extra nasty today, smiling face with horns. I wish my wrists could bend like yours. I sit back and observe, raised hand with light skin tone with fingers splayed. I'm just staring at my screen. Glad I'm not the only one who's shocked. Frozen. Dart. Osamu. Komori. Osamu and Komori private chat. No. Dart. Please. Is it a prank? I mean, would they be able to pull it off that well? I think it would literally kill Sakusa to act all happy and social. I can't imagine Atsumu would be able to pull it off for more than 2 hours. Dart. So what do we do? I guess we can just try to get as much information from them as we can. And then report our findings. Detectives, I like it. Serious face with monocle. Sure. Osamu let his phone slide through his fingers and fall onto the bed. He stood up, walked out of his room and knocked on his brother's door. Normally he'd just barge in, but, you know. What? Osamu opened the door to an Atsumu on his bed, writing in a notebook. He glanced up to Osamu, and then back down to the pages. Osamu stepped through and closed the opening behind him. Are you pranking us? Atsumu lifted an eyebrow. What? You and Sakusa. You're all Ben. He waved his hand around in a motion that held no meaning. Different. Both of you. I don't know what you're talking about. Atsumu sighed, and flipped the page in his notebook. So this isn't on purpose? No, Osamu. I still hardly know what this is. Leave me alone. Osamu walked over and sat down in the chair at Atsuma's desk. He rolled around in it, facing his brother. Have you done anything with Sakusa lately? Atsumu stopped writing in his notebook. He stared down in it, looking as if he were walking through his memories, trying to see if there was anything there to answer his brother's question. After a bit of hesitation, his pencil slowly starting moving again. I don't know. Is that a yes? Tell me about it. Why would I do that? Because it's important. If I told you this was a prank, would you leave me alone? Is it? No. Then tell me what happened. I won't say anything to anyone. Atsumu sighed, and closed the book. He sat it down on the bedside table and sat up. Komori knocked on Sakusa's front door. He was a detective, now. He had to act like one. Instead of opening it like he normally did, he waited patiently. After maybe half a minute, the door was swung open from the other side. Hey! Sakusa gave a warm smile to Komori, and stepped to the side. Sorry for the intrusion. Komori slid his shoes off and walked into the rest of the house, waiting by the staircase. Sakusa caught up to him after shutting the door and began to walk up the stairs. What brings you over? Komori's hand brushed the railing as they ascended. I wanted to, talk to you. About something. Sakusa hummed. They made it to his room, and he motioned for Komori to sit on the bed alongside him. Komori was taken aback. You want me to sit on your bed? Sakusa looked at the sheets, and then back to Komori. Yeah, do you not want to? Well, no, it's just. I mean, yeah, I do, but you don't think I'm gonna ruin it or something? Sakusa stared. Well, you took a shower after practice, right? Of course I did. Then I trust that it'll be fine. Okay. This is crazy. What now? Komori walked over and sat on the bed. He eyed Sakusa's expression for any twitch in his eyes, a slight frown, but his expression was as neutral as before. Are you pranking us? Pranking? Me and Osamu? Are you messing with us? Why would I want to prank Osamu? I mean, I can see pranking you, that would be funny, but what does anything have to do with Osamu? Either Sakusa was way better of a liar than he thought, or he was genuinely, wholeheartedly confused. Both scared Komori, but more so the last option. You and Atsumu are acting different. You're acting like each other. Why? Sakusa looked around his room, pondering. His glance lasted longer when it reached the phone on his nightstand, but he looked away. Komori took this moment to observe his cousin's room as well. It was normal, for the most part, but there were slight differences. The throw blanket that was usually neatly draped over the end of Sakusa's bed was now in a ball, pushed up against the wall. Instead of the pillows being on top of the sheets were on top of the pillows. One of the drawers of his dresser had a garment of some kind poking out the top. So, the same, but lower effort. We're not acting like each other. Yes, you are. Today, you were all happy and social, and Atsumu is all I don't know. Like you. Sakusa leaned back, holding his arms up in defense. Whoa, don't freak out. I'm flattered you care so much about me, but let's tone it down. Komori's eyes bled holes into Sakusa. Inhale, exhale. So this isn't a prank. Nah, I would have told you by now. You're so worked up, I'd be too scared to not say anything. Komori gently rested his hands in his lap. Okay, then. Have you hung out with Atsumu at all? Like lately? Sakusa's eyes went wide. His glance caught his phone again before looking back to Komori. How'd you know? Tell me what happened. Sakusa's expression went from shock to smug. He leaned back again, resting his hands on the comforter beneath him. You really wanna know? I'm not sure you could handle it. I can handle it. Sakusa grabbed his phone from the nightstand and started unlocking it. Okay, I'll tell you.
And that was part 1. I hope you liked it. I'm planning on splitting this into 2 parts, and I'll be working on the second part as efficiently as I can with school and things like that. I also want to address the group chat names, since some of them might be confusing, so those will be after this. Anyways, this was a lot of fun to make, and if you're interested, stay tuned. As always, my socials will be in the description.